Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the chat. We are back again. Yes.
Hey,
yes.
2 for 2.
Yeah. Next to me is my usual cohort, Rosa. Say hello to people.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yep. We are having a great week. First off, let's thank everyone that showed up to the event last weekend. The beer builder. See, you did like mess up. Build a beer. Sorry, you see, like that's it. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for everybody that showed up. Thank you to the team.
Thank you.
We did a really.
This was not intentional. I just wanted to wear this shirt today.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you wore the shirt today. We know how grateful we are. If you don't see us wearing this shirt, like next time, like we don't give a shit. But what did you think of the event?
Oh, I had an amazing experience. I was on this. When I shared the picture, I put this reel and I put Kendrick Lamar's "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe." So yeah, I was on that vibe that day. Like, don't kill my vibe.
Along with that, what else are we doing this upcoming month? We got one main event actually.
Yeah, that is the Brooklyn Independent Comic Show. That's gonna take place April 22nd in Industry City.
Yep, we're gonna be over there for the day. Come out, chill out, ask questions, support. You're gonna be out there with a few of our fellow artists that we've worked with before. We're gonna have Enoch is gonna have a table there. I'll put up some of his work on display, and then Kenny as well.
Yes.
Stuntman Kenny, I guess that's what we're gonna call him.
Yeah,
he was on our panel for Comic-Con last year. So yeah, so he's gonna be promoting. He's actually trying to get his first independent book out, but he's also has a project that he did as a collaboration with some friends too as well. So we'll get to see that and support him. So it's gonna be fun.
Look forward to seeing them again. I always look forward to seeing all the people we've connected with.
And as usual, information will be down below and right between us as usual. All right, so got a few things to talk about. All right, so I don't know if you guys seen it, but we've seen it. Say it, see it for those international fans of our show. But basically, Zodiac dropped a real trailer the other day. It's not fake. It's not a Netflix production. Sony actually puts money behind it. They're producing it with Toei. They're making a Say It, See It movie. I believe the actor is also playing Zoro from One Piece. He's in Zoro in the One Piece movie. If people aren't familiar with Knight's Zodiac, the goddess Athena is reincarnated in this young girl, and the Knights of the Zodiac protect her. The main protagonist is Sia. He is the guardian. He is the Pegasus Knight, and he protects her, and they use cosmic powers. So it's basically the predecessor to everything shonen, like the whole tropes and everything, the group of guys that come together to fight evil, all that stuff. Yeah. So after watching the trailer, what are your thoughts, Rosa? Go ahead.
And going in for the kill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. To me, it was basura. It was trash. I did not like it. I just feel like that was my initial reaction. It was just a quick shoot review of the trailer. Who knows? I could be wrong, but just something was missing about it. Like, for me, it was the colors. For me, Knights of the Zodiac is very colorful. It's like the male version of Sailor Moon. So that's how I see it. It's the equivalent of that. So it's like they should have where are the colors? Just the armor and stuff was just so metal and flat. And then
but that's like real life versus a cartoon. And then
they can make it colorful.
I get it, but have you ever watched the cartoon?
Yes.
Okay.
I have seen it.
You see how gritty it is? I
love it. I love that style of it, but they still kept the colors to it in some sense. And there's no way,
okay, so
it's not like these colors are impossible.
I hope I'm not spoiling anything for people, but when they
trailer, I'm going to the trailer.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what it reminded me of? When I saw it, it reminded me of movie 300.
Yeah,
and there was another movie there was another movie that came out called Immortals, I believe it was called.
Yes.
So it gave me that vibe. 300 was way better than Immortals. So to me, but it just gave me that vibe, and I'm like, are we going back to that again?
Wait, who made Immortals? I think Guy Ritchie made it. No. I think it's it Matthew Vaughn? One of two of those guys made Immortals. But that's early Superman. That's early Henry Cavill. Remember he was in Immortals?
I've seen everything with him, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
that would be a pass.
Okay, you're not feeling the trailer for what you see so far. You're
just not feeling it as far as like.
So
and then also, I mean, I see Sean Bean. I love Sean Bean. Praise him. You know, my hope is that he doesn't die. You know,
he is gonna die. He is the professional. Like that's his job. Like not saying like he's typecast, but like if you see a Sean Bean movie, you're like,
that's it.
How long is he gonna live? That is what you put a time on it?
I guess the only thing we got to bet on is how much of the movie he will survive, right? Will he survive the first 5 minutes? The first hour? I don't know. I guess
that'll be the whole thing. But like, I think the cast doesn't look bad. I think they're taking it serious. That's maybe why they went dark and gritty.
Yeah.
Instead of like all the vibrant colors. Have you seen the trailer for the new Power Ranger movie that they're gonna do? On Netflix, One and Only.
Yes.
That looks bright and vibrant too, but I don't.
You're not feeling that one.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. But this one, I'll be honest, I want to give it a chance. I'm not saying like it's basura because we've been disappointed many times by anime adaptations.
Yeah,
but I do want to give it a chance because it's like they take it a little bit serious. The only thing is that you don't see the other guys come into play yet, and they don't follow. Yeah. It doesn't seem like they follow the original storyline where it was like a tournament arc for the very first episode, and you had different knights come through to try to win, being the knight for Athena, which made the show really good. So we'll see how they play this one out, but I think the actor is good. They have an Asian actor as the main protagonist. They didn't go and like find a. You know, they didn't whitewash the character, so like,
they're not going down that route again. They don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, so I mean,
goes to the shell.
Right. So I think it's not that bad. How would you put it? Like, I think to me, the best anime adaptation. Oh my god, why am I losing thought now? All right, like, I can know what the worst is. The worst is Dragon Ball Evolution, right?
Yes, that's hands down.
That's hands down the worst, right? Like, what's the best anime adaptation to you? I don't think Ghost in the Shell is up there.
Definitely not.
I know there's one better. Why is it slipping my mind?
Well, it depends. Are you counting just Hollywood, or doesn't matter? Like, even if it's a Japanese
live action, it could be Japanese.
Okay. For me, the two of them that are up there these are both Japanese live action. The Death Note and
which one though? Because the original, all right. Spoilers ahead. Wait, stop. Spoilers ahead. Okay, so which one is it? The L movies? Because the L movies,
not the L movies.
The Death Note movie. Is it because of the twist ending?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I can take that. Okay, that's fine. It's not a great movie.
Yeah, I mean compared to the Netflix one. You know?
Okay.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just love the way they made Ryuk. You know.
Yes.
His character was really cool.
Okay. So here's the thing about Netflix. If you didn't watch Death Note, like, okay,
I didn't watch the Netflix one.
No. I mean the show. Okay.
The show anime. Okay. Yes.
Let's try to do this, right? Let's try to do this. Let's go. This is for another episode or whatever. We're gonna come back. Let's go non-judgmental.
Okay.
Like we never saw. Death Note, the anime, or read the manga, right?
Okay.
And just go watch the Netflix one without thought and see how it stacks.
See, my problem is, as soon as I see something that's good and they remake it, I don't watch it. Okay. So I can't compare.
Yeah, right. That's fair. I'm just saying.
I don't want to ruin my brain, you know?
No. It's not ruined. It's just like, listen, look. I think like this is how things work, right? You can go, like there's certain things I don't like the adaptation of, right?
Right.
But what it does, it elevates the original source that I like even better. You get what I'm saying?
So you took it for granted.
Right. So you're like, oh, this shit is way better.
I'm sorry, I took it for granted. Okay.
Right. So what I'm saying is, just for next time, if you can, we're gonna go and watch the Netflix Death Note.
Go put me through that torture.
Okay. You don't have to watch it all in one go. Yeah. You can do it in pieces.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, but you can watch it, but you gotta go in with the mindset of
you've
never heard of Death Note. You don't know what Shin Megami is. You don't know what the book is about, and just take it as face value. Memory. Right, and that's how you do it, and then we see how it goes. But sorry to go off of the script here for a minute.
2,000 years later.
So Death Note is your the high bar, the Japanese
it's
version,
between,
right?
It's between that and the other one was Samurai X, the movies.
Oh, those are
The
really
live
good.
actions are good.
All right. So mine is Battle Royale. It's top one.
Yeah.
Top one is probably Battle Royale.
That's a good one.
The first movie, not the crappy second team base bullshit.
That's a good one.
But the Battle Royale is good. Okay.
Yes.
So Evolution is the worst. Yours is the Death Note movies. Mine is Battle Royale. Yeah. Right? Adaptations. Cool. Mm-hmm. Where would this trailer, like, just say it for the trailer? I'm not saying we might go watch the movie.
On that scale.
Yeah. What do you feel?
As far as the trailer itself, it probably would lean. I feel like it's gonna lean toward
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It's for you, right?
I can't. Yeah, it's gonna lean toward there.
Like,
it just gave. I don't know. It's just the acting looked like it was so corny to me. I don't know the way.
But it's Sia. It's like,
I don't know.
Okay, all right, okay.
If they want to make it so like serious and stuff, I don't know. I just felt. I mean, we'll see. There's other trailers coming out. We haven't seen the other, nights and.
Well,
change my mind.
They show a few more nights during the end, but they're clips. So and it's coming out. Here's the crazy thing: it's coming out in 2 months in May. May 15th is when it's coming out, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming out quick. They just dropped the trailer.
That doesn't sound good. Just throw it out already. Here, just take this trash and just watch it already.
I don't think it's trash. It's just they didn't know how to market it. How do you market something like that? But it's coming out May 15th.
We'll see.
And I feel you'll be surprised. I feel like not saying it's gonna be good. I just say the cult following outside of America for that show is really
right.
Big.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're that's
banking
why
on, yeah.
I think so here's a perspective. They might not have marketed it to us, but they might have marketed it to other territories more than America.
Yeah.
Because think about it like this: is Sony, which is a global distributor. The main actor is he a Korean pop star or a Japanese pop star? One or two. But he's a fan. So people outside people outside of America,
people outside are definitely gonna watch it. For sure, just because of him,
right? So I feel like they know their market, and just is America don't care about this shit. Here we go, and that's it. But I'll say it. I feel in the middle. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I feel in the middle because I Dragon Ball Evolution was Jesus. I can't get through that.
That's a whole different episode, and we don't want to ruin this episode talking about that.
No, that's okay. It's what it is. But no, I just feel like it's going to drop in the middle. It's not going to be crazy. I just think that you'll see a nice crowd. I'll be surprised if if we try to go watch it open night. I feel there's going to be a crowd.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Moving on. So, Rosa, what are you watching this week?
Oh well, I finally wrapped up the ending of Tomo-chan. So it had his last episode, and just as a quick shoot review of it, I plan to do a fuller review of it in the Tokyo Bronx Digest, which is something that we'll be talking about later and coming soon. Just a little teaser there, but so I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I think the way it ended, it was different from what you would expect from these type of animes, because usually when these kind of animes are the romance they end kind of flat and they tell you, go watch the OVA. So you have to wait to the OVA and hope
everything gets wrapped up.
Yeah, they get wrapped up. Are they going to kiss? So they always expect you gotta watch the OVA to see if they're going to kiss or this is going to happen and, or the guy's going to make a move. But it was different this time around. It was more of she, spoiler alert for some of this stuff, just some of those who didn't watch it yet. But eventually, so I could say this, they do tell their feelings to each other. I think he finally admitted that he'd been known since the first episode that what she meant when she said she loved him, that was, he knew, but he just was kind of playing dumb about it. He didn't know how to approach it. So when he finally realized he had feelings for her, he told her, and then she was feeling a little, I don't know what to do. But I think it had a different approach because she didn't want it to be that he wanted it to make it so perfect, picture perfect. I want to kiss you at the right time. I want to be with, really make it special or, date you, say it appropriate. And she was like, no, fuck it, just do it. If you want to kiss me, kiss me. If you want to love me. And it ended with this funny trope of the final boss, and you'll find out who the final boss is to this craziness. And at the end, she just takes initiative, and she really shows him that how much she loves him. And I think it's a really fun, cute anime that anyone could get into, especially if they get tired of the whole trope of like the guy and is he gonna get the girl and when stuff is gonna happen. Because she takes initiative and she does it, and I like that. I'm with that.
I don't know what to do with that. Like, I'm glad you enjoyed your show.
Mhm.
Like, sounds interesting. Like I said, it's not something I'm gonna like rush and sit down and watch.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it wrapped up. What the hell? Oh my! It's falling apart. Listen, look. We're gonna leave our Cash App down below, so you can donate to our equipment, so that things like this don't fall apart. I don't know.
As long as you're staying in frame, that's it.
Yeah, I was like, where did I go? But anyway, so I'm glad you like the show and it wrapped up well.
It's a quick watch. It's nothing like, because some people feel like
24
they got
or what, like 12 episodes or what?
It was about 12, 13 episodes, and I think it's something like the episodes aren't so like you can sit through them real quick and watch them.
Is it kind of like Way of the House Husband? Have you?
It has a little bit of that element because I love Way of the House Husband.
That's actually a good. Yeah, that's a funny show.
So it has like various pieces of it. Like I would say one episode is probably like two of those. So it's kind of like that.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to what I'm watching.
Yes.
So like I'm watching Summertime Rendering. It's a pretty good show.
Mm-hmm.
I am only up to 3 episodes. It's really not hard to find time, but it's just more like it's such a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be bothered by anything else while I'm watching it.
Wow.
It's one of those it's really solid. Yeah. So look, I'm gonna look this way because I got notes because I want to be a little better. But what's it? Shinpei Ijiro. I'm looking this up. So the main character, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up having to come back to his island. Has to come back to his island town because his childhood friend passed away. She ended up drowning.
Oh, okay.
So he goes there for a funeral. He grew up with her and her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So he's there to help, deal with the grief, all this final stuff. But just a lot of weird stuff keep happening. So on the island, this talks about these shadow people. So what happens is like people are getting replaced by shadow beings.
Oh,
it's kind of like a little rumor kind of thing, like this, like folklore of the town. And what happened is like he starts to notice that people that he grew up with, when you leave island towns, just speaking for myself, like things don't really change a lot.
Right.
You could go back there and nothing's moved.
Still the same 20 years later.
Yeah. So the people that still act the same way.
Right.
But all of a sudden, these people start acting a little weird. And then they have visitors to the town as well. And for some strange reason, he kind of feels like his friend is still alive. So like little weird things, I don't want to ruin anything. The little weird things, like he can hear her voice. He feels like she's close, but everybody's kind of grieving and getting ready for this funeral and everything like that. So all of a sudden, no spoilers. This happens in episode 1. So her sister is acting kind of weird, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And there's a little bit of a mystery going on, and he starts doing some detective work to figure out, like, did she really drown? Did somebody have a nefarious hand in this? What's going on?
Interesting, yeah.
Right, it gets weird. Then all of a sudden, the person that passed away's sister is suddenly grabbed by her doppelganger.
Whoa.
And the doppelganger ends up having a gun to her head.
Oh, damn, okay.
Right?
This shit took a weird turn.
Yeah. Because what happens is the shadow people do replace you.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a body snatchers, but it's doppelgangers.
Yeah. So the shadow, somehow he sees this and he's like, what the hell? And before the doppelganger could kill her, he shoots him. And he dies. And then it resets into him being on the boat going back to the island again.
Oh, wow.
So he relives the day that he died. So he's like, so it has that time loop like re-zero.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, yeah.
So it has a re-loop kind of storyline.
Okay.
But it gets more interesting and deeper. And there's some twists and turns that you don't see coming. Like there's a point where, like, again, spoilers, sorry if anything. Like, this is the first 3 episodes. This is what I see so far.
Yeah.
So this family that runs a shop, and they're always on time. All of a sudden, the shop isn't open, and they're wondering, like, what happened? What's going on? Why are these people not up and running already? So the neighbor and the main character, Oji, I think I'm saying it right. Whatever, you could Google it. I'll put the correct word there. Whatever. He goes up with the neighbor, and they check the house, and they come in and they see that there's breakfast laid out and it's still warm, and nobody's in the house, but there's like shadow marks on the floor where everybody would be.
Oh shit!
And all of a sudden, he goes up into this space, and it's dark. And he's looking around, looking for the light. And then he hears, like, one of the children of the family come out of nowhere.
Oh, fuck that.
So he's, like, sitting down. He's, like, talking to her. But he realized it's not her.
Yeah.
And it's the shadow people. So now he's trying to, like, really, like, not scream because the neighbor's there. He doesn't want anything bad to happen to him. But he figures if anything happens to him too, the situation that happened before would
happen again.
Yeah, he'll reloop.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the neighbor comes and turns on the light, and the shadow disappears.
Yeah.
So it's horror, it's mystery, it's a time loop story. It has everything in it, but it's one of those shows you got to pay attention to.
I see what you meant in the beginning, that you don't want to be bothered when you're watching it. You have to really be invested in it. I like that show. Yeah. It sounds good.
Yeah. So Summertime Rendering is what I'm watching. 3 episodes in. Nice. That's what I'm diving into. That's it.
Cool. No, I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, it's really good. The characters are well drawn. The animation is really dope. There's I
like those kind of stories too, like a mystery kind of thing, and you know, it's
the action. There's also action in it too, because like.
And it's like a psychological thriller, which I like that genre.
So, like, there's a character that shows up on the island along with Anji again. That's what I say, right? Oji, whatever the name. Shinpei, right? She gets more interesting the further you get into the story, but she's there for the first loop. So, like he's trying to figure out what's going on, and she shows up, and then she gets shot.
Yeah.
And then the double ganger has the girl and, you know, the gun. Yeah. And he's like, what the hell? What's going on? And she's like, you'll never know. And shoots him. And then, it gets really good.
Jeez. It's definitely a cliffhanger.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, 3 episodes in. Sounds good so far. I'm not ruining anything, but
all right, cool.
That sells it.
Now we're getting into what are we reading?
Okay. Do you want to go off or you want?
Yeah. Okay, go. So this time, I figured like from the last episode, I didn't have anything to read. I said, so let me go back to something I was reading prior, and it's a manhwa that I was reading through Manta Comics. It's called Moonrise by the Cliff. So it's a romance novel, 18 plus. So those of you need to know. And
Patty dropping kind of. See, you see how she giggles? She's like, "Oh, okay, go ahead."
So yeah, so just a little bit about it. Like it takes place during Korea, when Korea was one nation, and it takes place during that Three Kingdoms period. So that's a whole history lesson in itself. But yes, during that time period of like warring nations and kingdoms taking over, trying to control all of Korea. And there was a king. They exiled the king to a separate island. And there's a girl that has to basically take her father's position of guarding this exiled king that he's exiled into this island that's over a cliff. That's why it's called Moonrise by the Cliff. And through that process, she started to get to know him because, you know, all she heard was rumors about, because it's a small village, so they're so out of the way. They don't really hear stuff that's happening in the mainland or the kingdoms till like months later. But they hear the rumors. So some of the rumors were like, oh, you know, he has sex with many women, or he slept with his mother. So these were like rumors they were saying about the guy to make him seem so obnoxious and like disgusting. Like no one go near him. So
that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
I don't know.
Like, stop
according
that.
to this novel, you know?
That's not how it works. Like,
I know, but that's the thing. She got curious about him.
Of course she got
got curious about him, and he was a very, his character was not what people were saying. So he would talk to her. He would see her as female, but he was very friendly to her. She was just so confused. She was so confused of like, how could this friendly king be this monster that they portrayed him to be? And they got to know a little bit about each other. She learned about his past, like his vulnerabilities. She learned about all, like who he really was as a person, that they made up all those rumors about him, and they form a connection. It ends up down the line become a very intimate connection. But I'm telling you, when they make that intimate connection, it goes, and it's like, whoo, like they really, they really show it. I was like, man, this girl was not shy anymore. I was like, geez, like
that's how it all starts, right?
But
I'm not like that. I don't want you to think of me like that.
She was more bold than he was, because he wasn't, just a spoiler with the guy, he was he wasn't a virgin, but he didn't sleep around like they said, and he just was to himself, and he was trying to be a humble king, and really take care of his people and his family.
And now she busts it down.
So she comes in, and really, she's a simple. I hate to say it, they call her, simpletons or whatever, which is like, I guess he could relate to that because she's not like eccentric and like from the city.
Okay, she's from the streets. Okay,
not from the streets. She brings it different. No, she's from the streets. No, she's not from the streets. She's from the countryside.
Oh, the countryside, yeah. She's the girl next door. I got you.
It's okay. So I guess he feels for her because all the shit that was happening, like that happened throughout the story. But it's about 20-something episodes, and
we watch it.
No, I wasn't watching. No, but I was watching the.
Oh, you were scrolling.
I was scrolling. And I took my time scrolling through the parts.
Oh yeah. Especially when things got going. I got you.
But it ended really good. I think it was a great perspective of like seeing how life was then, and then just seeing how these two people from different worlds do come together and they make it work, and they stay by each other in this sense. And it wasn't all. That's the thing. Like some of these books, like especially hentai books and stuff, right away when you're going in, that's what it is. But this had a story to it, and I think you will enjoy the story just as much as if you want to enjoy the other parts. Yeah, do your thing. But I think both go well together. So Moonrise by the Cliff. Check it out.
Hey, and if you don't got a rise, you can talk about that.
I'm sure his mama wanted that to happen. So.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, again, this is a Patty Dropper manga, so you have to be a certain age to read. I don't care. You do whatever you want. All right. So what I'm reading is I went back to catching up on this one. It's Omniscient Reader Viewpoint. This is a manhwa. It's actually on Webtoons. It's really good. Mm-hmm. It's basically our main character. There's two different things. Name is Kim Dokwa, something like that. I don't know. If you're Korean and you can pronounce that better than me, please do. But Kim is such a really good character. He's this, white collar kind of guy. Sorry, my bad. He works in a corporate office. And his only joy is reading this book called, and it's a light novel called, let me do this shit. 3 Ways to Survive in a Ruined World. So he's the only person that seems to be reading this book. And while on the train, he gets to the final chapter of the light novel and he finishes it. Then he gets an email from the author.
Must have been an 18+ light novel. I'm sorry.
No. Anybody can read this one.
You finished that quick.
No. But it was really good. No, he's been reading it for like years in the book. So it's like, so he's coming from work. He talks about how it's the only thing that kind of got him through. He went to serve in Korea. You serve in the military for a few years. So he did that. He was reading it there. High school, he was reading it. So he just finished it.
Nice.
And he gets an email from the author saying, "Thank you for reading my book. here's a little GIF. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
And it's a copy of the entire light novel, right? Just downloaded onto his phone.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that happens, the end of the world begins.
Dang, you're coming with these twists.
Yeah, this one is good.
Shows and books. Oh my god.
So the end of the world begins.
Oh my god.
Okay. And he's trapped on the train with a few people, and he's like, kind of like, hey, this is kind of familiar. Why do I know this? Right. I've read this before. Oh. What actually is happening is that all the crap that was happening in the book starts happening in the real world to him. Oh. Mm. So all of a sudden, it becomes a game of life or death. This thing appears called a doja or something like that. I forgot the term. Okay. But it's a low furry creature, and it gives them a rule. Like, hey, look, for you to move on to because everything is in segments, to move on to the next segment, which is off the train, you have to take a life.
Yeah, one life. Like Gantz?
A little bit of Gantz. Yeah. But it's like you have to take one life. Wow. So the people have to figure out how to take a life and get enough points without killing people. So people start killing each other, attacking, trying to it gets wild. And what happens is that our main character, starts forming a band of people and comes up with ideas to get out of the situation, but people do die. But then he's like, wait, I'm not the main character in this book. I know who the main character is. And what happened is that the main character, whose name is, let me see if I got it right again, Yo Gon Haja, whatever. This is a long one, sorry. I wanted to make sure I got it right. Okay. The main character of the book is actually there with him too. Ooh, but he knows, but what happens is that every time he dies, he reincarnates and repeats the cycle. So he has to do everything. So it's one of those like ReZero. It's like, what if you were the reader of ReZero and all of a sudden you end up in ReZero and you know everything that's going to happen. Yeah. And how would you use it to your advantage? Because everything that is happening there happens already. Yeah. So like he knows the system already. He knows how to use points. He knows how to invest. So like it becomes really dope because like it becomes more of a magical, not magical like isekai kind of things. It's just like because because the game starts, right? The low furry creatures appear, they start this game. Yeah. And you can get powers and abilities. But here's the cool part about their power system. It's connected to deities. So if you are interested, certain deities could be interested in you.
Is it any deities or just like Shinto, like the fox, like or?
Yeah, it's all. It's all of them. Oh, okay. It's all like everybody is in this. It could represent you. Nice. So say like you are very passive. Like Buddha might be, but they don't call it Buddha. They'll be like a shiny head one or bald chubby guy, right? Yeah. He's interested in you. Okay. So they'll be like, oh, hey, the eternal dragon is like watching you. But that could be any dragon, right? Yeah, true. So they'll be like, oh, the one of the most high, the one of the most, or the bright, or the bright morning star is watching you, which is Lucifer. Yes. So it depends on where you fall. If you're doing evil stuff, if you're doing good stuff, or are you about justice, maybe this person is into you. Yeah. So you can get sponsored by a god. So everything in this world is paid by coins. Right. So if you want to level up, you got to use coins. If you want to get ability, you got to use coins. You can. It's really good. Yeah. The deities can invest in you the money that they have. Yeah. So every time they want you to do better, they can give you a couple of dollars. And if you do certain actions, they'll be like, oh, you got sponsored. Hey, this person's giving you money.
So it's sort of like the deities are banking, like sort of like you're the pawns and they're betting on you.
Yes. Because like what you learn, if I don't, spoiler, sorry, is that there are multiple furry creatures attached to certain people. And what it is that it's kind of like a Twitch show, a Twitch channel for the gods. Oh, damn. So this apocalypse is being watched by all the gods throughout all of heaven, heaven, hell, Eastern, Western,
Yes.
animals, anything. And if you relate closer to them, they'll sponsor you.
Okay.
And some deities aren't like gods, but they're like people that did well on earth and passed away too. So you can have Martin Luther King sponsor you because no, seriously, it's really good. So like the battle system is very deep. They use mostly old school weapons like swords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you using certain people's weapons also gets you sponsorship. So say like you go and you find like a replica of like some Buddhist beads.
Yeah.
They will like, oh, power up. Like Buddha see that you are
cross,
yeah. Oh, you praying every time. Oh, she's
Holy
praying
water.
before you're praying before a battle.
Yeah.
This gives you a boost.
Gotcha.
So it gets like that. And also it keeps evolving. It becomes like it's very video gamey and very Twitch like.
Gotcha.
So the gods can impose their will on the channel. So they'll be like, hey, we don't like that this guy's doing too good. Boo, boo, we're going to leave. Okay, no, we got to do something to change it up. And they can add new activities or new actions or new challenges that they have to deal with. Okay. So it keeps getting interesting. It seems like a lot that I'm talking about, but it's a really good book. Okay. It's fun. Okay. The characters help each other out and grow. Okay. Like, but the cool thing about our main character, Kim, now is that he knows all of this because he read the book. Yeah. So every time he has a leg up. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes he knows who's going to ally with the protagonist, and he'll be like, "Okay, I can't let her light up with him because if he does light up with her, they'll become too strong." And the main protagonist is June. Yes. Is very asinine. Yeah, he's an asshole. So he doesn't like killing, destroying, or letting people die to get to his goal. Yeah. So he'll do stuff like that from time to time. So if he lights up with certain people, it might not be good for the rest of the people around him. Okay. So it's just like, it's very, you never know what's going to happen because you don't know how this one person that has all this information is going to manipulate the scenario. Nice. A little too much. That's a lot. Yeah. My eye twitching here. I'm so sorry for that. I was like, she's like, okay, that's a lot of information. That's too much. But it's on Webtoons. I would say give it a read. No, I definitely want to check it out too. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's one of those Webtoons that you need to read over and over. Okay. Like after I started over from the beginning all the time. Okay. Whenever a good chunk of it comes out, because sometimes I'll go and pick up something and be like, when did this happen? Yeah. Okay. What the hell? And it gets fun because like there's certain twists sometimes. Sometimes like spoilers if anything. Like the first Dogora or whatever it is it's called for the furry creature, right? Yeah. Something happens where he gets replaced by another one, and the other one is like, because he messed up the channel, you guys gotta pay. And he puts them in a bad no-win scenario. Yeah. And it's good. Okay. So little things like that. Interesting. Yeah. So that's what I'm reading right now. Check it out. Yeah. As far as playing, I'm still playing Genshin Impact. It's you can stop. You know? Okay. You can stop. It's okay. It takes your life. No. You can stop. It's fine. It's okay. We're not going back down the road again. I'm sorry, fans. But listen, there's new characters coming out. Oh, Jesus Lord. I see that too. Yeah, go ahead. So there's Baiju and there's Kave. So they are the husbandos that are coming out next. So I'm looking forward to them. And if you are looking forward to them, give this video a like and she wants a thumbs up and you talk about who you thirsty for down in the chat. Whatever. Oh, I can't wait for Kave. He's so cute. Am I playing anything? The only thing I'm playing on and off is like Vampire Survivor. Have you played it yet? No, I haven't. I've seen little bits and pieces of it though. Yeah, it's crack on a. That's what it looks like. It's crack in a video game form. It just looks like you'll be stuck on it forever. So the person that made it used to work for pachinko and slot machines. There you go. So he knows all the little triggers to make you keep playing stuff. So and what I found out recently is it started on a web series. It was a web game, and then it got brought over. But yeah, that's my crack right now, and I play it out on and off. Like give it an hour every night. That's it. Yeah, I know that was a game that was
I recently went to the New York Video Game Critics Awards a few months ago, and that was one of the games that was nominated. So it kept popping up. Empire Survivors.
It's like, really good. The music is good. It's not everything I like.
About this game.
I think it's on everything now, so you can download it on your phone and play it. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys.
Yeah, that's what we're reading, watching,
playing, and like anything else? You got anything else to say to these people?
No, I mean, I hope you do check out those things we were reading, watching, playing. Let me know what you think about Knights of the Zodiac, if you agree with me, if you agree with Shawn. And look forward to seeing us at our next event, April 22nd.
Yeah, we're going to leave more information down below. Hit us up, follow us on Instagram and YouTube, and we'll catch you later.
Peace, ciao.
Hakuna Matata.